ceasefire agreements, the first real chance at a two-state solution in more than 3 decades. Speaking in British Parliament, Starmer praised the deal as a breakthrough for Middle East peace and credited US President Donald Trump for his role in brokering the agreement, alongside leaders from Egypt, Qatar and Turkey. Starmer said the UK will host a Gaza Reconstruction Conference later this week, pledging British support in rebuilding the war-torn territory and in efforts to dismantle Hamas's military capabilities. He emphasized that while peace has brought relief, the harder task now is ensuring it lasts, reaffirming Britain's commitment to a secure Israel and a viable Palestinian state living side by side. Listen into what he said.
But, Mr. Speaker, let me be very clear. Celebrate the relief of peace today. Making that peace last will be no less difficult a task. Along with our allies, our absolute focus in the days and weeks ahead is the relentless implementation of this peace plan. That is no small challenge. As this House knows, there can be no viable future for Gaza, no security for Israel, if Hamas can still threaten bloodshed and terror. So we will work to put that threat out of action for good. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is the first real chance we've had at a two-state solution since the Oslo Accords over 3 decades ago. So we are fully committed to this, because a safe and secure Israel, alongside a viable Palestinian state, is the only way to secure lasting peace for the Middle East.
Mr. Aaron Lavarco continues to be with us on the broadcast, and I'd like to understand from you, what exactly do you make of these statements that have been made by the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer?
I think he's right on as far as agreeing that the only way is the only possible way that really to give this a chance is the dismantling of Hamas, that they lay down any weapons, they hand over any weapons, which was part of Donald Trump's 20-point plan. And by the way, Hamas have said, we will not do that. So this is not good. And he made it clear that it's going to be a challenge to work and get this done. So, you know, he did say that this is the first real chance since Oslo, which was 1993, over 30 years ago, when Israel pulled out of the Gaza Strip just over 20 years ago. The Palestinian Authority, they were the ones in control in the Gaza Strip, but sadly Hamas took over by a kind of a coup, and they ruled the roost. And like I mentioned before, instead of the money going towards building, it went towards weapons and tunnels. So it's very clear. He is in agreement with not only Donald Trump, but all the nations that have agreed. And there's many, many nations, including most of the Muslim Arab nations in the region, who are totally in agreement. So, you know, there's going to be work to be done. Who is going to get rid of Hamas?
Right.
Who is going to help do that? That's a big, big question.
Right, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on NewsX World, sharing your insights with us. Moving on to some other news that we're tracking. Well, Turkish President Erdogan announced that today Turkey will collaborate with the United States and Gulf states to create a plan for Gaza's reconstruction following the ceasefire agreement signed on Monday. He emphasized that he hopes the agreements will pave the way for the creation of an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital, calling it a potential milestone towards lasting peace in the region. Listen to what he said.
Şarm El Şeyh'te güçlü bir irade ortaya koyduk. Amerikan Başkanı Sayın Trump, Mısır Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın Es-Sisi, Katar Emiri Şeyh Temim'le birlikte imzaladığımız dörtlü deklarasyonun bölgemizde kalıcı barışa giden yolda yeni bir kilometre taşı olmasını ümit ediyorum. Gazze'nin yeniden ayağa kaldırılması muhtemelen yıllar alacak. Olayın bir inşa süresi var, bir de ihya süresi var. İnşa ve ihya. Ve Türkiye'nin üzerine burada önemli bir görev düşüyor. Tabii bunu başta Amerika olmak üzere Körfez ülkeleri hep birlikte görüşecek, tartışacak ve bu konuda ne gibi adımlar atacağımızı bir karara bağlayacağız. Arzumuz dün atılan anlamlı adımın kalıcı ve adil bir barışla.
Joining us at this point in time is Ali Mohammed Abushfaq, independent Palestinian researcher, joining us at this point in time. Thank you for your time speaking to us. And I'd like to understand from you, what exactly do you make of the statements that have been made by Turkish President Erdogan when he says that he is vowing to extend support to Gaza in the reconstruction? What do you make of it?
Thank you, Aswar. The thing is, Turkey and Recep Tayyip Erdogan, one of the close and friend with Hamas and alliance with Hamas, especially Hamas office. It's in Turkey, so definitely he will support Hamas and he will support the decision of Hamas. I guess recently when he was in the loop with the Sharm el-Sheikh negotiation and the deal and the peace deal with Hamas in Sharm el-Sheikh, it was a demand of Hamas to be one of the mediator with them and one of the guarantee for them to Israel implicated the ceasefire deal with Hamas. So I guess what he's doing about reconstructing Gaza, one of the significant and toughest phase for the negotiation between Hamas and Israel nowadays, because this is the first phase of the negotiation is releasing the hostages and exchange the Palestinian prisoner. This is the first phase. Second phase is talking and withdraw Israelis troop from the some area from Gaza, and Israel up to now sizing 53% of Gaza. In second phase, Israel will withdraw and will size around 20+% of Gaza Strip, and Hamas must be lie down its weapon. And nowadays the news talking about they are identifying the technocrat government who's going to rule Gaza, and now the name of the ministry, it's checked by Israel forces, and Israel is confirming these names should be not belongs to any Palestinian function or Palestinian party, so either political or militant, has nothing with any relation or relative from the militant Palestinian militant group. So this statement, it's no doubt, I guess it's a very tough to apply for this time, and there is no one talk about restructuring Gaza in this moment. It's talking all about the ceasefire, and also rooted this ceasefire. It's fragile up to now. Hamas delight to hand over around 20+ Israelis remain body. Just what has handed over around 4, and up to now Hamas facing several of barriers and hazards to hand over and identify the place of the remain body of Israelis hostages in Gaza. So the thing says up to now, today just before 5 minutes, the Palestinians resistance or Hamas military group, they confirmed today night they are going to hand over another group of the remain body, but up to now it's not identified at which time and how many they are going. They said now 4 also, more 4 remain body they are going to hand over to Red Crisis at 10 p.m. Palestinian time or local time. Up to now, the situation is not clear, and also in contracts of delaying to release the remain body, Israel decided to not reopen the Egypt-Gaza border and reduce the number of the humanitarian truck to enter Gaza. So up to now, the situation is not rooted, and up to now, it's not clear either the next phase of the negotiation is going to complete it or no, and it's not the huge challenge that facing them, the weapon and lying down Hamas weapon. This is a huge duty. So up to now, there is no one talk about the reconstruction in Gaza and who's going to fund it them. Egypt confirmed that they are going to take this duty, and this is one of the responsibility of Egypt, especially after the war 2021, which called 11 Day of War. Egypt also restructured some area in Gaza. Yeah.
All right, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on NewsX World, sharing your insights with us. Moving on to some more news that we're tracking. Ukrainian President Zelensky has revoked the citizenship of Odyssea's long-serving mayor, Hennady Trukhanov. According to reports, Trukhanov holds Russian citizenship. Trukhanov has been mayor of Odessa, Ukraine's largest port city since 2014. He has previously denied any links to Russian citizenship. While no official statement has been made by the president's office, the move is seen as a part of Ukraine's wider crackdown on potential internal threats amid its ongoing war with Russia. Trukhanov has faced multiple corruption allegations in the past and was temporarily suspended from office earlier this year. This latest decision raises serious questions about political loyalty and national security in Ukraine's frontline regions. Trukhanov has not responded to new allegations thus far. And that's a wrap on World Report. Keep on watching NewsX World for more updates from